next thing to review on Tech Buzz is the Duex Max DS. So this is an additional screen, 14.1 inch portable laptop monitor from anywhere work takes you. On the back, multitasking, flexible rotation, kickstand and portrait mode, magnetic attachment and multi-signal connection. So let's get it out and have a look and see what this is all about. Right, here we go. We've got a setup guide here, and this is the unit itself, if it will come out. Alright, so we've got some other options here. You've got must use with the mounting template, reference the instruction card, and let's take this out. They look like batteries to me, but anyway, you've got an instruction manual and extra adhesives. You've got HDMI, USB-C, and you've got the smaller HDMI cable there and standard HDMI, so we won't be needing that one. We will be using the other one that's there. So I'll pop these back on. That's it. That's all that's in the box. So we've got these guys here. And that's pretty much it there. Set of magnets today, probably are magnets, not like batteries, but this is the screen itself. You can see, I see where they're coming from there with that. Now you've got magnets on the back here, and you've got some buttons here, and basically, by the looks of it, this will go onto the back of your laptop. And you've also got some ports here on the side. You've HDMI, mini, and you've got your USB, so we could use the other one as well technically. And that's pretty much it there. So it's not heavy either, it is portable and fairly light, and you can see you've got some breathing here, and that's it. So we might as well get it set up and show you what it's all about before we get moving. So yeah, we'll get it set up and come back to you after testing it out and show you what it's like and what you can expect if you do decide to pick this up. So stay tuned. So setting up, what you're going to do is pop this. I'm going to pop this on my good laptop. I'm going to pop this here on the back, and you can see here you've got your 4 spacers for your magnets. And basically what will happen then is this will pop on top and slide out like so, and that's basically how it's going to work. And then we get it connected up. So we'll get that done, come back to you when it's connected. I'll show you what it's like. This is what it's going to look like when it is connected to your laptop. Now with the magnets you do have movement, so you can go left or right, which is pretty cool. So don't worry about getting it too perfect into perfection, because you can slide it along the magnets on the back. So if I just lift it up here, it'll just drop down again and slide along like so. So that's how it's going to look. So let's get it set up and run and show you what it looks like now. Okay, so next up we have this connected. So if need be, nothing happens, you can connect by just pressing the Windows key and P, and you get the options of screens, extensions and so on. And you can see here now, as this is a touchscreen, this isn't touchscreen, but this is, you can see I have the whole option here to use this here as a separate laptop, if you will, or you can just say we'll open Twitter and we'll open YouTube and Twitter. You can just simply drag it across if you want to do so, and you have Twitter here, and you can still even drag over another screen here in the middle as well if you want to do so as well. So you can see the functionality that you'll have there while you can still work on this side. You can also separately work on this side here as well, which is cool. And you can see here, I can go down here and I can just open up Chrome in here as well if I want to do so, or you can just expand this screen here and you've got that. Then you can open up all your other tabs in here as well. You can have your Twitter and say the website, and in here I can have whatever I want here as well. So I can run either or on either side, which makes it so handy to use and gives you extra productivity and extra screen to do more things in one space, which is pretty good as this is retractable, it goes back. Now with the other cable, you've got HDMI, you've got the USB-C and you've got standard USB there as well plugged into one, which is kind of handy. And you've got this one here that'll pop in here. Make sure you put the one with MP into the actual screen itself, and this is basically how it's going to look, and it's really super for extra productivity. And you can do two things at once. You can open up your Gmails, go into all other things, and you can do everything separately on this side here. So if you just go in there, you can do the same thing here, and there you go. You can see the same on both sides, and you can just open up all your tabs in this one here, and you can work on this one here and work separately from each side, which is pretty cool. Now you can change these settings in here on the display, which we'll see in a minute what else I mean by that. But just to show you, on the back there is some buttons, and what they will do is bring up a little menu here for your backlight, your contrast, saturation, your temperature, signal, eye care mode, reset and exit in there, just so you know. So that's them buttons on the back of our. Now I'm going to show you what you can do in here when you change the display orientation. Stay tuned for that bit. Now finally, before we go, you can also turn this into a stand here and use this in this portrait mode, if you will. And again, nothing's changed. All you need to do is go in here. You can look at your feeds in here, say your YouTube like so, or your home, look at your website. You can get more on the screen here, as you can see, like so, which is pretty cool. And again, you can just look at it that you may be looking at, but looking at it in this way here, which gives you even more productivity options because you can see more in the screen like so. And it's just a continuation on what we've seen before. You can see all your tabs here and just do the very same thing as you did on it when it was in landscape mode, the same as you would do on your standard page here on your laptop there. So that about wraps her up. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.